Hi guys, my name is Terry. In this video, I'm going to go through Additional Mathematics Form 4, Chapter 5 Progression Intensive Practice 5.1 as usual. Please like, subscribe and comment, and let's get going. Now, the first question, we are supposed to determine whether the following sequence is an arithmetic progression or not, and give justification for your answer. So the thing is, we have to test out one by one. Here we notice that there are 4 terms. So this is your T1, this is your T2, T1, T2, T3 and T4. T represent the terms. So in order for it to be categorized as an arithmetic progression, we know that they must have a constant increment, or it can be a constant reduction. We call it a common difference. And that common difference, we can just write, I think I don't have to write D, I'll just take the difference between the second term and the first term. So take T2, negative 17, minus T1, negative 32, minus, you get plus 32 minus 17, 15. Now we have to repeat with T3 minus T2, the third term minus the second term, minus 2, minus 17, which is 17 minus 2, again is 15. Now, since we have 4 terms, so we have to test every single one, right? So the next one is T4 minus T3, which is 13, not 14. 13 minus 2, which is also 15. Now, as we can see here, that T2 minus T1 has the same value as T3 minus T2, and the same value as T4 minus T3. We call this value as a common difference. So, because this is true, therefore we say this is an arithmetic progression. I'm just going to write AP, short form for arithmetic progression. Okay, now for part B we have 5 terms instead of 4. So more to test. Let's start with T2 minus T1. T2 is 5.7. T1 is 8.2. The difference is negative 2.5. T3 minus T2 is the 3.2 minus 5.7. Also negative 2.5. T4 minus T3 is 1.7 minus 3.2. Also, this time it's not 2.5, negative 1.5. Right. So yeah, we know it's not a geometric, an arithmetic progression, but we have to be safe. We're going to do one more just to validate. So T5 minus T4 is negative 0.8 minus 1.7. Yes, this is still negative 2.5. So the first, second, and the last one, the fourth one, they are the same, but the third one is different. So how you write? You can say T2 minus T1 is the same as T3 minus T2, is the same as T5 minus T4. However, it's not the same as T4 minus T3. So therefore, it is not an arithmetic progression. Okay, right. Okay, moving on. Question number 2. Okay, for each of the following arithmetic progression, find n terms stated in the bracket. Alright, so to find the 9th term, okay, for the first one, let's identify our first term, A. A is negative 12. Remember, common difference is the second minus the third. You can use third minus the second. Yeah, it's the same thing. So I'll use negative 9 minus 12. That means 12 minus 9. The difference is 3. So your 9th term will be A plus n minus 1d. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 minus 12. The difference is still 12. Okay. For part B, to find out the value of your 15th term, okay, A is 1 over 3. Common difference is T2 minus T1. 1 over 3, negative 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3, you get negative 2 over 3. So your 15th term, T15, will be A plus n minus 1 will be 14. Remember, Tn equals A plus n minus 1 t, in case you cannot remember, right? So your common difference is minus 2 over 3. So here for me, I'll do 1 minus 28 over 3, which is negative 27 over 3, negative 9. Okay, yeah, I think this is not difficult, right? Okay, moving on to question number 3. So we want to determine the number of terms. Okay, again, you always have to start by identifying your first term and your common difference. So my first term is negative 0.12. My common difference will be T2 minus T1, negative minus 0.12, so you get 0.19. Now your last term or your Tn here is 1.97. Yeah, remember we say A, okay, maybe I write down one more time. Tn is A plus n minus 1 d. My A is negative 0.12, n minus 1 is an unknown, n is an unknown, and we don't find n. Common difference 0.19, the difference is, I mean the n term, the last term is 1.97. Now I know a lot of people tend to multiply the 0.19 inside the bracket n minus 1, but I personally don't like to do that, because I think you can actually do this, I mean, right away using a calculator, using brain, up to you. So this is how I will do it. I'll bring this fellow over, 1.97 plus 0.12. Then I'll divide by 0.19, then I plus 1. Right. Now you can use a calculator, yeah. 1.97 plus 0.12, 2.11. Then you 0.9. Then you divide by 0.19. 11. You plus 1. Your n is 12. Yeah. I think it's easier that way. Okay. All right. B. A is x. Common difference is 3x plus y minus x, which is 2x plus y. Now, my last term, Tn, is 27x plus 13y. So we know first term is x, n minus 1 is an unknown, d is 2x plus y. The result is 27x plus 13y. So what we need to do is, again, I'm going to bring the x over, bring this x over. Oops, sorry, it's a bit ugly. Right, so I'm just going to write this straight away. 27 minus 1 is 26. Okay, and then you have a 2x plus y. I say this again. I first bring this over, I subtract. Okay, then I divide with 2x plus y, and finally a plus 1. Now, actually, you can see from here, this is 13, right? Your common factor, take out 13, you get 2x plus y. This is also 2x plus y. So, as we cancel these two, yeah, you're left with 13. 13 plus 1. The number of terms is just 14. Okay, question number 4. Now, find the sum of arithmetic progression which has 17 terms. Okay, first let us find out what is your first term. Minus 23, common difference, negative 17 minus plus 23. 23 minus 17 is just 6, and if it has 17 term, we know we have to use the formula for Sn. Okay, let me write down the formula. Sn, sum of first n term is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. I know my first term, I know my number of terms, and I know my common difference. My number of terms is 17 terms, so we take 17 divided by 2. My a is negative 23. Now, for me, if you have this, don't need to write 17 minus 1. We know if n is 17, n minus 1, straight we write 16. Just minus 1, and then you times common difference 6. Okay, now you can use brain, use calculator. I know most of you probably use calculator. This is 17 over 2 minus 20 minus 46. This will be 96, right? And then 96, 46, 50, 50 divided 2, 25, 25 times 17, 45. Right. Okay. Now, next one, B. What if it has 2n terms? Okay, now we're going to replace your n with 2n. Yeah, instead of writing n, we write 2n. This will be 2a, a is still negative 23, n minus 1. Instead of writing n, remember we write 2n minus 1, your common difference is 6. Alright, so this one you can divide, you're left with n minus 46 plus times in 1 by 1, 12, n minus 6. So this will be n outside, and you have 12n minus 52. Now, I would multiply inside, but if you don't multiply inside, it's okay. I think in fact the textbook answer, they actually go and factorize the 4. They take out 4, they take out n, and left with 3n minus 13. Also can. I mean, it's not a must to factorize, yeah, or yeah. So you can leave it in any form. Okay. Yeah. So it's again, this is a textbook answer from textbook, but this is still okay. All right. Now, last one. I want to find the sum, given that the last term is 1 to 1. So here's the thing. If your last term is 1 to 1, the problem is we do not know how many terms we have. So we need to let our Tn be 1 to 1, find out our number of terms n. So we know A again is the same, minus 23, n minus 1, D is still 6, 1 to 1. As I said earlier, I like to use a direct addition, directly calculate this way. I don't want to expand the bracket, so I take 1 to 1 plus 23 divided by 6 plus 1, right? 1 to 1 plus 23 is 144, divided by 6, 12, yeah, plus 1, wait, 1 to 1, 144 divided by 6 is 24, 24 plus 1, 25. So my n is 25, so my S25, I like to use this formula, Sn equals n over 2a plus l. In the event that you know the last term, this formula will be helpful. This formula is, if I know my common difference, my first term, common difference D, first term A and n, we'll use this to find the sum. If you know the last term, we use n over 2a plus l. It's faster because my first term is negative 23, my last term is 1 to 1. Yep. So this will be 1 to 1 minus 23, 98, 98 divided to 49, 49 times 25. Yeah, 49, 50 times 25 is 1250. So you minus 1 more 25, 1225. Yeah, just use a calculator, it'll be easier for you. Okay, so let's move on to question number 5. Okay, so here you're given the Sn formula. Now remember, sometimes they will give you this form because let's say generally if I know Sn is n over 2a plus n minus 1d, if I know specific a value, specific d value, I sub inside, then I'll get a general formula for this, right? But this formula will have a specific first term and a common difference. But remember, what is S2? S2 is what? D1 plus D2. S2 means sum of the first two terms. S1 means sum of the first term. Now it sounds a bit weird, sum of the first term. There's no sum actually, but it's just the first term, right? Alright, so to find out the first term, T1, we basically substitute n with 1. So you get 2, 1 square, do I have to write that? Minus 5 times 1, you get negative 3. Right, to find out the ninth term, okay, so we can use this concept, right? So if I know that, T1 plus T2 plus T3 all the way until T8 and T9, this is called the sum of the first 9 term. Now, if I trim this off, I only want the value of T9, I only want T9, so I don't want the rest, yeah? So we can take S9 minus S8. So in fact, this is like a formula that's applicable to both arithmetic and geometric progression. To find Tn from Sn, we use Tn equals Sn minus 1. So if I want to find T9, I take S9 minus S8. So let us substitute 9 inside. Then we substitute 8 inside. Use your calculator. This is 9 squared, 81, 81 times 2, 162, 162 minus 45, 117, 8 squared, 64 times 2, 128, 128 minus 40, 88, a very prosperous number Chinese, 177 minus 88, 29, right? Okay, that's part B. Okay, for part C, I want to find sum of the fourth term to the eighth term. Okay, now let me explain the concept again. T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4. This is the first four term. Okay, let me go on. T5, T6, T7, T8. So again, I want to find T4 to T8. I don't want the whole thing. Like just now I want T9, now I want T4 to T8. I don't want the whole thing. So we know this sum is S8, sum of the first 8 term. This is the sum of the first 3 term. If you want T4 to T8, then we need to take S8 minus S3. Now, in fact, there is a short form formula, if you like, Tm to Tn. Yeah, I want Tm onwards. So I need to take the sum of the first n term minus the term before Tm. The term before Tm will be Sm minus 1. So likewise, if I want to find T4 to T8, I should use S8 minus S3. Sum of the first 8 term minus sum of the first 3 term. Now, sum of the first 8, we can use this formula here, yeah, which is 2. In fact, I don't have to count. We know it's 88, right? Guys, it's 88. No need to count, right? So just sub it in. And sum of the first 3 terms will be, let's sub 2, 3 square, 5 times 3. Okay, 3 square is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 18 minus 15 is 3, 88 minus 3, 85. Okay, yeah, not difficult. Question number 6. Now, the second term of an arithmetic progression is half. Sum of the first 14 term is minus 70. Find the common difference. Okay, so T2 equals to half. Sum of the first 14 terms. Sum you have to use Sn. S14 is negative 70. So A plus D is half. Now I don't like fractions, so I just times 2. A plus 2A plus 2D equals to 1. Up to you. You can use elimination or substitution here. Up to you. Now in this type of question, when they give us 2 sets of information and you're supposed to find the first term and the common difference, we need to form 2 equations. Now, and you have to solve them simultaneously. Either you use substitution or elimination. Okay. Now, as for S14, okay, by the way, I need to write this down in case you all don't remember, right? So this is Sn n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. The first formula, I'm using the formula for Tn, right? To form the first equation here, right? By the way, I hope you know why this is 1d. Your n is 2, n minus 1 is 1. A plus 1d equals to half. Okay, the second one is n over 2, 2a. My n minus 1 will be 13, d is an unknown, the result negative 70. So now, I don't want to times in because I think it's easier to just use it. 14 divided by 2 is 7, right? So I'll take 70 straight away, negative 70, I'll divide by 7 straight away. So this is 2a plus 13d equals negative 10. Wouldn't that be easier? Yeah, don't write so many steps. And from here, we take equation 2 minus equation 1. Now, if you have hard time looking at, what to minus what, just write it down. List out like this. Okay, so I hope you don't have to draw a line like this. This is like set form 1, right? Yeah, form 1 maths. Okay, so we take equation 2 minus equation 1. 2a minus 2a is 0. 13 minus 2 is 11d. Negative 10 minus 1, negative 11. d is negative 1. Okay, I got my common difference, but I need to know my last term. Okay, before you find the last term, you need to know the first term. So to find the first term, we can just sub inside any equation, maybe equation number 1. Okay, so 2a is 3. Negative 2 bring over, plus 1 is 3. Yeah, negative bring over is positive. A is 3 over 2. But we're not done yet. We want to find the last term. I've got my common difference already, yeah, which is here. To find the last term, we can just use D14 since you have 14 terms, right? Okay. Now I think the question didn't mention exactly that 14 terms is the last term. Maybe they should have said sum of all 14 terms. Yeah. So that means we know the last term is 14. Yeah. So a plus n minus 1d. Okay. This is a bit ugly looking. You may want to use 1.5 minus 13. So you get negative 11.5. Or you can use negative 11.5. Yep. Okay, I think the answer they give 23 over 2, but that's alright. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. Okay, that's number 6. I think we're coming to the end. Number 7. Right. Okay, Yu Ming received offers to work in 2 companies with the following income. Company A, monthly income of 3,005, increment 20 ringgit per month. Company B, annual income 46,000, increment is 1,000 per year. Yu Ming plans to work for 3 years, which can be more suitable in order to receive maximum income in 3 years. Okay, you notice that the difference is they are both arithmetic progression, but one is calculated, the salary is calculated per month, and company B is calculated per annum. So let's start with company A. Company A. Okay, let's identify what's your A. My A starting salary is 3,500. Okay, but the salary increment is 20 ringgit per month, so just increase by 20 ringgit. So D is 20. But because she is going to work for 3 years, 1 year they have 12 months, so we take 12 times 3, your N is now 36. Okay, to find the sum, yeah, S 36, yeah, total amount of money that she earns over a period of 3 years, we'll use the formula N over 2 bracket 2A plus N minus 135, D is 20. Now use your calculator. You should get RM 138,600 600. So this is the total salary she earns in 3 years. Okay, let's look at company B. Okay, company B, my A is 46,000, yeah, annual salary. Yeah? Increment D is 1,000, but this time it's easier because your N is only 3. Yeah, the salary is calculated annually, so it's for 3 years, so N equals to 3. So let's do S3, N over 2, this should be 2A plus N minus 1 is 2, D is 1,000. Okay, now use your calculator and calculate this. This is RM 141,000. Now the question asks us to show calculate the difference in total income and decide which company is more suitable. So which one is more suitable? The one that gives the high income? Answer is company B. Yes, company B gives a high income, right? But what is the difference in the salary? So we have to calculate. Difference will be RM 141,000 minus RM, you don't have to write the unit, 138,600, sorry. Your answer is 2,400. Yes. All right. So we can, yeah, we reach the end. So again, if you enjoy this video and you like to, get more material practice from, you can get from our website, our Shopee, yep. So over here. All right. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Right. Yep. This is our Shopee account. Post tuition utility. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Yep. Bye.